Hello and welcome to another episode Codesigning Coffee with Karl and me, Francis. We have quite a special episode, really talking about coffee this time, I guess, because there's a small secret here hidden.
Wow!
What do we have?
Wow!
On an expedition today, I actually brought back a real coffee,
Wow!
cherry or berry, depending. You can have a smell there. And tell
Wow!
me, what are you smelling, Carl?
I sense like a sweet berry, but other than that, it doesn't have very strong smell.
You didn't think it was coffee?
No, absolutely not.
And did you pick up like rosy smell or jasmine?
Yeah, it's some flowery scent. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't.
So, what I was curious about was, is it already eatable?
Wow.
At some point, I think you tried one of the dried coffee beans, and at any rate, this should be more eatable. I guess.
Is this what kind of coffee bean is it? You know?
It's an Arabica.
Ah.
So you're afraid?
Here we go.
You're able to get through it more easily than with the dried one.
Yeah. I have to say it's very bitter.
You kind of can suck it out of it, I guess. It's like bone marrow in some sense.
Wow.
If you're into ossobuco or something. So, but it does have the distinctive berry taste.
Yeah, it does taste like a berry, but it's not like it doesn't have any peculiar or particular.
Nothing peculiar. So no roses or jasmine for you. Maybe if you give it another smell.
Yeah, it does smell a bit sweet, like jasmine, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So not a lot of real co-designing going on here, but just
Well, it does open your mind because
it opens. It's a mind opener.
So, and it's also a great icebreaker.
And an icebreaker if you didn't know anything about coffee, but for people trying to figure new ways of how you can consume, enjoy your cup of coffee, having access to the berries might give you something more.
I think it will really help people to understand that it comes from a plant and not from a factory. That is actually a berry hanging on a plant. So one of the main things that I always think is, where do all these coffee beans come from? There are so many beans. Where are all the plants?
And who's working with them? You have to appreciate the whole value chain. People start with these berries, picking up the ripe ones, just like I did today. Actually, I said, I see a ripe one there. Can we take it? And here we are.
There we
enjoying
go.
that moment.
It does. Is it a ripe one? What do you think?
This was definitely a very nice color. So actually, on that Arabica tree, there was already a lot of dried ones. They were already fully black and just drying naturally on the tree. Yeah, a lot more things to think about.
I mean, from a co-design perspective, there's a lot to think about when you want to collaborate. And one of the great things when you want to use coffee as a means of getting people together is not only to talk about the coffee, but also to use the beans. And so it would be a great exercise to start your session, collaborative design session, by asking people, okay, can you bring some seed or a flower from your own background? And if anybody's interested in coffee, they can also bring coffee bean, because what's great about this bean is most people don't know it, most people would never try to eat it, so it does bring out that uncertainty, that new perspective, which is essential.
We have a small one here. It's not really carrying any berries yet. Who's its caretaker?
Well, I have to say that I am responsible for the dire circumstances of this plant. Um,
That's why I secretly brought it all this way to confront you with this.
yes,
I
so
think, I think he or she, I mean, or it's of course they,
they
deserve better.
yes, it is true. It is, however, I want to note that normally what it says on the description is when you wait for 4 years, you will have your first berry, but I've been waiting for a long time and I have not seen any berries. So the question is, you know, how long should I still wait? And